All right, a good Saturday to you. Thanks for finding us here at Fox 26. I'm meteorologist John Dawson. This is our tropical update just for YouTube and Fox26Houston.com. Glad you found us. There's good news to report here. We're going to have a quick update here, and there's a little bit of a quietness that has moved across the Atlantic Basin, where we've had such activity for the last couple of weeks, and things have gotten a little bit quieter. As a matter of fact, there is not a named system in the Atlantic Basin at the moment. Now, Leslie, as of 10 a.m. on Saturday, no longer a system that the National Hurricane Center is tracking. So we've got remnants of Leslie that are floating around out there. So nothing formal there. And then we've been tracking the National Hurricane Center, keeping an eye on an area of invest. They went ahead and labeled this as 94L. This is way off of the coast of Africa. It is out in the Atlantic, or at least way away from the United States, at least. And it has been looking promising for developments. I think they had it up to a 40% chance that it would develop into a tropical system. But as of Saturday afternoon, they've gone ahead and lowered that down to a 30% chance that it could develop over the next 7 days. So again, overall, something that looks like fairly favorable for tropical development, now beginning to show a few more question marks on whether that's going to make it or not. So I haven't ruled it out yet, but the National Hurricane Center giving it a 30% chance that it would become a tropical system in the next 7 days. I do just want to give a quick update on Florida. They're still recovering, of course, from Milton. We're still recovering from Helene, as well as Milton more recently. And I've got a time lapse here, so that's why some of our counties are kind of highlighting a little bit. But as of Saturday afternoon, across the state, the entire state of Florida, we're still looking at over 1 million people without electricity. And we just know in recent years, this is one of those threats that come after a landfall and can even become deadly without electricity. That's a lot of times something that can happen and create some problems. And so we're seeing, again, over 1 million people still on Saturday afternoon without power. This number was at, I think, 1.7 in the morning on Saturday. So good news, yes, it is lowering, but not as quickly as we would certainly like it to lower. So while we don't have anything right now that looks overly promising for the next named storm, Nadine would be what we would name it next. And there is that potential for that system that's out in the Atlantic. I will say just here in closing quickly that there are some discussions of maybe something popping up in the Caribbean and then trying to find its way into the Gulf and a 7 to 10 day outlook. I'm going to wait and address that tomorrow. I don't think it's anything that we need to be overly concerned with right now. Certainly some models are showing a little bit of a hint of it. And so maybe we are going to definitely kind of keep an eye on it and pay attention to it, but there's not enough evidence right now to really get overly concerned or excited about what those models are showing. But I'll talk more about that for tomorrow. So glad you're here today. Thanks for checking in with us. We are here every day of hurricane season, so I hope to see you again tomorrow afternoon.